Hello there.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fandom Fights. We are here in the singles tournament, the summer singles tournament. We have the number, I want to say 4 seed? No, 3 seed? Yes. The number 3 seed versus the number, so math would make it 14 seed. Number 3 seed, Tyler Burch. Number 14 seed, Kaleb Koho. Tyler Burch, former singles champion, current teams champion, is going up against Kaleb Koho, former teams champion and former singles challenger, we could say. Nick, thoughts on this matchup? Koho's back. He's less hairy than ever. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Koho's back. He's been playing good. Beat Mark. Barely lost to Jacoby, who went on to challenge Rue in the contender match. Been playing well. Had a little rust coming back, and then shook it off real quick, and now I think he's back to top form. And he's playing someone who on most days I would say like he probably loses to. But if you want to talk about rust, Tyler hasn't played since he lost the belt at the end of last year. He's played in one team's title match, but hasn't played a singles match. This is his first one of 2024. I think it could do one of two things. It could give Koho the slight open door to maybe move in and get the upset here. Or he could force Tyler to just absolutely shut that door and say, I'm winning this whole thing. So one of those two.
Those were both exciting options that would make me go, yippee. So let's find out what's going to happen. But first, we gotta talk to the players in the promos. Roll the clips that haven't been shot yet.
I leave for a year, and Tim still can't do bracket math. That's fine. All right, tournament time. We're here. Koho, look, the odds are stacked against you. Let's be honest here.
Yep.
But to be honest, round 1 of a tournament, all bets are off, really, because the playing field is kind of level. I mean, this is the deepest Fandom's ever been. So a 14 seed is a former champion. The 3 seed is a singles and teams champion. There's champions dotted all over the bracket. So really, it's a who's who of champions. So no matter what happens, win or lose, you know that you played your best. It's tournament time. The ring rust is off at this point. So let's just win. Let's just win. How about that? Let's just
win. I love tournament time. Tyler's had a whole ass career since I left. This is gonna be fun. So if you kick my ass, good job. You should. If I win, it might be a little embarrassing. So let's play.
Well, Tyler, so you finally pulled Tim and Nick's leg hard enough. Got yourself a match in the tournament against Koho, who apparently has played a lot more than you. Yeah, how are you feeling?
I'm happy. I'm happy that all of my letters to all of Nick's family, begging them, telling them about how he's bullying me, finally worked, and I got a match. So I'm excited to play. Yeah, we're going to talk about how it's the first one, ring rust and everything. We're going to see how it goes. Played easy breezy. The only thing I really have to say is when we introduced Jurassic Park, I didn't realize the dinosaur we were going to bring back was Koho, but here we are. So let's play.
Let's play.
A few things I want to point out. Yes, Koho has played a few matches. Not only did Tyler write a bunch of letters to Nick's family, to my personal lawyer, Margaret, but also something else that I realized is that Nick's girlfriend also played a match before even Tyler got to come back and play a match. Conspiracy?
Teams match.
That's fair. No, I'm just kidding. Those are fun promos from both ends. I liked it a lot. Nick, any thoughts?
No.
Yeah, the dinosaur joke. That was fine. Good job, Tyler. I liked it. Crash Bandicoot for life. He's wearing a Crash Bandicoot shirt.
Round number 1. It's going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down, at which point players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 1?
No, let's do it.
Kaleb, are you on the Multiplex account?
I am, so I need them to.
Yeah, could Brittany and Scully please cam off? Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Your first question will come in the category of creature features. How does Quint die in Jaws? Just pardon me 1 second, Tim. Anna! Can you bring my charger, please?
I've done that many times. Not to Anna.
Thank you very much.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. As I grab my pen, let's go to Koho. And Tyler.
Yeah, eaten by a shark.
Eaten by a shark is correct. So 1 apiece as we get into your next question. It's coming from the category of DreamWorks animation. Your question is, in which DreamWorks animated movie does a jealous boyfriend try to kill the main character using a boot, fire, and a magazine? The same thing happened to me and Maggie a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Big time.
That's fun.
Just a Tuesday night.
Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tyler.
B movie.
And Koho.
My sweater is Ralph Lauren, and I have no pants.
B movie is correct. 2-2. What's next?
Next question comes in the category of criminal underworld. Who pilots the helicopter that carries the diamonds out of the roof of the casino in Ocean's 13? I could spell.
Yeah, you know what? We've been talking a lot of smack about how I'm a terrible reader.
Yeah.
Maybe we should talk about how you're a terrible writer.
Let's.
I think you're great.
Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho.
Is it Basher?
And Tyler.
I also said Basher.
Basher is correct.
Oh, that was close.
All right. Your next question is coming from the category of horror icons. Who plays Dangertainment producer Freddy in Halloween Resurrection? Just mouth it to me. No!
Tim.
5,
Secrets are not
3,
fun.
2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is the first repeat for Koho. Your question again. Who plays Dangertainment producer Freddy in Halloween Resurrection?
Secrets are no fun. Secrets hurt someone.
There's no resurrection in this film.
It's the franchise. The franchise, Resurrect.
It's a sequel
It was dead.
to a
Resurrect.
film that came out like 4 years earlier. 5, 4, 3,
The franchise.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Tyler
Busta Rhymes.
and Koho.
It's an iced tea.
Busta Rhymes is correct. Michael Myers is a predator shark. Go ahead, Nick.
Next question comes in the category of Disney animation. Which of the dwarves suffers from hay fever in Snow White and the Seven Dwarves?
The macaw is losing it. First, the great the shark comment, and then you said hay fever, and she started losing it. Are you okay? Do you want to come host this match with me instead? Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Hay fever.
1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho.
Sneezy.
And Tyler.
Feel like a trick. Sneezy.
Sneezy is correct. 5-4. Your next question is coming from the category of mixed bag. Which actor has played characters who have died in a train crash, been stabbed by a lightsaber, and been shot in the Eiffel Tower? Okay, maybe not a bad writer, but speller, maybe?
Didn't write this, Tim.
Oh, fair. Well, then you said earlier that you was okay. All
The
right.
question I did write.
Fair. This question you did not.
The rest I did not. Correct.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to Tyler.
Liam Neeson.
And Koho.
Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson is correct. 6-5. What's next, Nick?
Next question comes in the category of DC. In which DC movie does a character read the mind of one of their students before physically throwing them across a classroom?
Sounds like what? Sounds like abuse? Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh.
It's been a while since we've had this where, it's like lately it's been Nick and Anna, talking across the room. But every time I do a match, you're like, I'm leaving. Fuck Fandom Fights. 5,
Maggie,
4,
you're a legend.
3,
Legend
2,
of the game.
Repeat.
1. All right, that's the first repeat for Tyler. Your question again is coming to you from Nick.
In which DC movie does a character read the mind of one of their students before physically throwing them across a classroom?
I'm very warm right now.
Warm.
It's very warm in this basement.
Okay. Maybe a fan?
It's because Bucky's here and he's hot. I actually am warm though, but then I just made a weird sexual comment about
That's a weird thing to say about your dog. Yeah, I was going to say that.
dog/son.
That makes it worse.
Lover.
It
5,
makes it so much. Oh,
4,
God. What?
3,
I'm glad you
2,
doubled down.
1. Pens down. This is the best match ever. Let's go to Koho.
Supergirl.
No. And Tyler.
I said Green Lantern.
Green Lantern is correct. So Tyler widens his lead. It is now 7-5 as we get into your next question in the category of Pixar. In Monsters, Inc., why specifically does Mike spray himself in the eye with disinfectant? Great question. So I think I can say this. You have a match coming up.
Yeah.
And I'm writing it, and it's just all Monsters Inc. questions.
Great. Thank you for telling me.
It's just a Monsters Inc. Battle Royale.
What if that was Fandom Fights? Like the higher ranked player just got to pick a movie and you got like
What? Pens down. It's just deep cut the whole movie. I mean,
yeah,
we could do that. Let's go to Tyler.
Said Boo sneezed on his eye.
And Koho.
A lot of sneezing in this match. Bruce sneezed on him.
Boo sneezed on him on his eye is correct. So 8-6. What's next, Nick?
Next question, penultimate question, comes in the category of epic adventures. The final scene of Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull takes place at what type of event?
Your thoughts on events?
They're eventful.
Can be.
No, are.
I don't know.
Yeah,
We've put on some events here that
they're eventful. Of or pertaining to an event. Definition. Look it up.
Yeah, all right. Okay, fair. Yeah.
Yep.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho.
I don't know. King's Day seemed very uneventful. Wedding.
And for you. And Tyler.
Wedding.
Wedding is correct. So we are in a situation where if Tyler Burch hits this next question, it will be a perfect round. So the question is in the category of American Spies. And the question is, a version of the song Extreme Ways by Moby plays over the closing credits of how many American Spies films?
No.
It feels personal. Just so you know.
Why?
A song question?
I didn't write it. Nick didn't write it. What if it was Brittany?
Whoa.
I'd be the least surprised if it was Brittany.
That's
5,
fair.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Tyler.
When in doubt, go with 3.
And Koho.
When in doubt, gets 3.
The answer is 5. 5 is the answer. So no perfect rounds here today, but we have a score of 9-7, Nick, going into round number 2. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, let's get into it.
What movies, by the way? Sorry.
I believe it's the whole Bourne series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought
All right, round number 2. It's going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get to spin at the wheel. If they like it, they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep it. They spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down to multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1, but be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today, we have the lovely categories of Epic Adventures, Worlds of DC, Star Wars, DreamWorks, Creature Features, YA, Sci-Fi Icons, and Pixar. So we will bring in Miss Tapley. Tyler, you're in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
Yeah, I didn't write that round 1, by the way.
Okay. All right, I'll believe you.
Great job, though. Do you want to defer, I take it, where you've just got the 2-point lead?
Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, then we will bring in Mr. Scully. And this will, what is that picture? Okay, this will be.
Don't ask. Yeah, I didn't put it down.
All right, this will be the spin.
It's better we don't
for
ask.
Koho. And it lands on opponent's.
All right. Thanks for being here, Scully. I appreciate your moral support.
All right.
Shoot, we didn't talk about this. Can I hear the options again? Sorry.
Yep, they're up on screen. Epic Adventures,
Oh,
Worlds of DC,
sorry.
Star Wars, DreamWorks, Creature Features, YA, Sci-Fi Icons, and Pixar.
Thank you. Okay. Because I feel like Creature Features would be smart, but do you want to keep that for yourself?
I mean, it's a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm. It's also YA.
Yeah, those were the two.
Sci-fi. Those would be the, yeah. Why now? Sci-fi is really broad, so he might. Yeah. Where you lean towards? I kind of feel Creature Features, but again, if you want to leave it on for you, I understand.
I mean, I feel like we've got to do Creature Features. I think.
Okay. Yep, makes sense.
Okay, Nick, you will be giving Koho his questions in Creature Features, if you so please.
Gladly. Mr. Koho, I'll be giving your questions in the category of Creature Features. Are you prepared for them?
Sure.
Your first question. What is the only Planet of the Apes film where we witness the birth of an ape child?
Escape from the Planet of the Apes.
That is incorrect. Tyler, chance for a 2-point steal.
I'm going to say Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
That is correct for a 2-point steal.
I'm going to bring in Scully real quick. Am I just straight wrong, or I could have swore we saw the birth of the kid at the end of Escape?
Yeah.
I really thought, yeah.
Unless we didn't, unless it happened off screen.
Right. Doesn't it happen in anyway? Yeah. I think the answer is there's multiple, but it's just that. I think it happens in Rise too.
Gotcha. This is a big swing. I promise.
I would just throw the challenge. What's the worst that can happen? Because they say no, nothing happens.
Yeah.
I think it happens in Escape. I'm pretty confident.
Cool. All right, let's challenge.
All right, we'll be right back after this challenge. All right, back for the challenge. Don't see the birth of either child on screen technically in Escape or in Dawn, so the question is incorrect. We're going to be giving Koho a new question. He gets to keep his challenge. Nick, what is the question?
Your question is, Which Creature Features film was the first to feature the company Techno Global Research Industries, abbreviated TGRI?
I'm going to go multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, TMNT 2, Secret of the Ooze, B, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, C, Godzilla vs. Kong, or D, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Okay, the options again.
Yep, your options again are A, TMNT 2, Secret of the Ooze, B, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, C, Godzilla vs. Kong, or D, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
That's so stupid.
5, 4, 3, 2.
A.
That is correct for 1 point. Koho, your second question. Who plays Dr. Ellie Sattler in Jurassic Park?
Laura Dern.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. What is the name of the vigilante identity that Raphael assumes in 2007's TMNT?
I'll know it on multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Clam Killer, B, Night Watcher, C, Turbo Rider, or D, Dark Stalker?
B.
B is correct for 1 point. All right, Koho, your penultimate question. What is the first thing that Kong throws at the approaching helicopters when he first reveals himself in Kong Skull Island?
A tree.
That is correct for 2 points. And Koho, your final question. What water sport activity does Kellyanne regularly participate in at the park in Jaws 3D?
Five, 4.
Water skiing.
3.
That is correct for 2 more points.
I was getting a little scared there. Co was just like to himself.
Yeah,
I was a little
worrisome.
nervous. Yeah, I was worried. All right.
I was like, oh, am I right? No, I don't know.
Nick, I have Koho getting his score up to 15. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, we are going to bring back the wheel and Miss Tapley. This is going to be the spin for Mr. Burch. Oh, it's one of those. It lands on.
No.
Never happens for you. What you want?
It's gone.
You like sci-fi or YA or something else? Or World DC. There's a lot of good stuff on here.
Kind of thinking maybe Worlds of DC.
Okay, yeah, I think you'd be good with that. Just don't overthink it. Round 1. So yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I think
you got room if you need to use your repeats or your multiple. So yeah.
Okay, so Worlds of DC is the choice.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler, I'll be giving you your questions in the category of Worlds of DC. Are you ready, kids?
Yeah.
All right, your first question. Someone has to look through the statue of King Romulus for the next direction to go on their quest. In which Worlds of DC film?
Aquaman.
That is correct for 2 points. Who plays Iris West in The Flash?
Kiersey Clemens.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Suicide Squad, which member of the team goes with GQ Edwards to place the bomb that ultimately kills Enchantress's brother?
Killer Croc.
That is correct for 2 points. And a tie game. Your penultimate question. What type of object does Ignacio take from Victoria Cord before he kills them both in Blue Beetle?
Multiple, just in case.
All right, your options are A, phone, B, locket, C, notebook, or D, coin.
Locket.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question in Worlds of DC. In Shazam, how does Billy accidentally cause a bus to crash and fall?
Lightning strikes a tire and the tire bursts.
I think we can accept that for 2 points. Lightning with my hands. Anyway, so with that clean sweep, Tyler gets his total up to 18 to co-host 15. Is that what you have, Nick?
That is what I have, Tim.
All right, Mr. Twohig, let's get into round 3. How's it going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the round of Fandom Fights. Once the players hit a category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they'll gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated, or we've reached the end of the match. Players, any questions we get in round number 3?
Nope.
Go, Tim.
All right, the first category you can bet points on it. It's my favorite. It's James Bond. Let's get bets, starting with Tyler.
0.
And Mr. Koho.
1.
All right, your question in the category of James Bond. In which 2 Daniel Craig James Bond films does someone fall through a frozen lake?
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Just all right.
Yeah. Must be the money.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jesus Christ. Let's go to Tyler, who bet 0.
Skyfall and No Time to Die.
And Koho.
Skyfall, No Time to Die.
Skyfall, No Time to Die is correct. 18-16 is the score. It is a 2-point game. What's next, Nick?
Next category you bet points on is Pixar.
Let's get bets, starting with Koho.
2.
And Tyler.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
Your question is, how specifically does Hopper die in A Bug's Life?
Your thoughts on bugs?
Ew.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, I feel very similar.
Thoughts?
Early.
Thoughts on life?
Well, if you ask my wife, she would say death, I think, right?
Death.
Often when I look at her and I say, "Can I get you anything?" and she goes, "A gun to put in my mouth." No, she doesn't say it that aggressively, but she does say death a lot. 5, 4, 3,
Never mind.
1. I think to her, death just means sleep. Let's go to Koho.
Eaten by a bird.
And Tyler.
I said fed to baby birds.
I would accept both, right?
Yeah, that happens. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So 20-18 is the score then. Nick, what is or I'm not saying it. The next category is creature features. Let's get bets, starting with Tyler.
2.
And Koho.
See how the studying goes, 2. Sorry, boss.
Gross. You did say 2, right? I broke up, and so I didn't say
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I vaguely
All right.
saw it on his board.
Okay, so the question in the category of creature features. Who plays cameraman Nick Van Owen in The Lost World Jurassic Park? What would you have done if on his board Koho wrote "killed by bird"?
Yeah, that would have been tough.
I'm really happy I did.
Wouldn't have liked it very much. Yeah.
5, 4,
Uh,
3,
that
2.
that question sent me.
Hands down. It did. I loved it. Let's go to Tyler
Vince Vaughn.
and Koho.
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn is correct. 22-20. Nick, what's next?
Penultimate category you can put points on is Star Wars.
Let's get bets, starting with Koho.
2.
He never wants to show him.
You
Yeah,
freeze a little when you're.
You froze up, but I heard the 2, so I think we're good.
I had the give.
There you go. Okay, perfect. And Tyler.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
Your question is: name 3 of the 4 characters who have had a lightsaber duel against Obi-Wan Kenobi while wielding a red lightsaber in a Star Wars film. A little extra time.
Yeah. Your thoughts on the color red?
It's usually not my first choice for like a game piece. Like for playing a game, I usually don't go for red.
We got new buttons at work for Inside Out 2, and I grabbed the anger one and the anxiety one, and I put them on. They are red and orange. I said these are my new name tags.
It's my entire personality.
Pretty much.
Makes sense.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to go to Koho.
Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Count Dooku.
All right. And Tyler.
It's going to look similar. Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Count Dooku.
That is correct. We also would have accepted Asajj Ventress. So both players get that for 2 points. It is now 24-22. 1 category remaining that the players can bet points on. And the category is Disney animation. Let's get bets, starting with Tyler.
0.
And Koho.
2.
All right, here's the sitch. Koho hits this. We're going to sudden death. If he misses this, Tyler will move on to round 2 of the tournament. Your question in the category of Disney animation is: which Disney animated film features a fictional card game called Primal Outpost? Nick, I think Tyler knows the answer.
Possible.
Just for clarity's sake, Koho has only used 1 repeat, correct? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Read the question.
That is your second repeat, Koho. Your question again. Which Disney animated film features a fictional card game called Primal Outpost? Maggie, do you know it? She goes, I think every bit of fandom knowledge did not escape Maggie's brain. She tested a match for me the other day and knew like all of it. That's very true.
Maggie comes back tomorrow. She's champion in 3 months.
3, 2.
Read the question.
All right, your final repeat. Your question again. Which Disney animated film features a fictional card game called Primal Outpost? She says, I don't got time for that shit.
It's fair.
Ellie could help us study. I'll ditch Tyler tomorrow. Not that one, the other one. You and I could be a team.
What a super
Kidding.
team.
I love you, Tyler. You're not watching this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Yeah, we're going to go to Tyler, even though I think he knows it.
Strange World.
And Koho.
Strange World.
Oh, Strange World is correct. And we are going to sudden death. 24-24. I don't think he knew that. Nick, I think he was bullshitting us. Here's how it's gonna work. Sudden death is back to round 1 rules. It is the whiteboard round again. So we are going to ask you questions. We are not going to tell you the category before we ask the question. The first person to get to go up in score against the opponent will be the winner. Nick, are we ready?
I believe we are ready, Tim.
All right, Nick, kick us off with the first sudden death question.
Question number 1 in sudden death. In Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, why does Rita choose Harry to interview first out of the champions?
I do believe Tyler has all 3 repeats remaining, or 2? 2 repeats remaining. My bad. It's been a while since I've been here for sudden death. That's not true, actually. I just thought of the last one.
Yeah, it was pretty recent.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho.
He's the youngest.
And Tyler.
I bet he's the youngest also.
He's the youngest is correct. 25. All. Your next question is, which Law and Order film sees a cop jumping from a storm drain onto a subway train in an attempt to stop an explosion? Sounds pretty cool, Nick.
Yeah.
Would you do this?
Nah.
What if it was to save Anna's life?
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho again.
I said Lethal Weapon 3.
And Tyler.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
And your winner, Tyler Burch. Die Hard with a Vengeance was correct. And Nick, you've been saying it the whole tournament. I don't know where this airs in it. Probably somewhere that would make sense for the 3 and the 14 seed to be playing. But you've been saying it in all the matches that we've been shooting, that this is just a killer's row of people, champions everywhere, really great players. Koho came to play today against Burch. I thought this was a really great match. Tied, going to sudden death, and even Koho hitting that Wizarding World question. I was like, maybe we're in for like a deep sudden death, because Koho's done it before in pretty epic fashion. But Tyler came out with the win. It was pretty awesome. Your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it was great. Tyler, that nervousness I mentioned was definitely present a little bit, at least a little bit for Tyler. Both of them swept round 3. But Tyler, I know the mindset Tyler's in. Tyler's like, this might be the one match I get to play all year. I promise it wouldn't have been, Tyler, if you lost. But this might be the one match I get to play all year, and if I blow it now, then that's it. So maybe he's hesitant to throw a 1 at James Bond or to throw a 1 at Disney Animation at the end. But at the end of the day, I think he's confident enough in his abilities to take someone like Koho to sudden death and be confident that he would come out on top of that. Fantastic stuff from both players. Koho should not be hanging his head. He is back to an even record, which is wild because he's played like a billion times. So just the odds of that are kind of insane. And if I know him, he'll be working hard to get back above 500. So I'm excited to see that. But Tyler came into this tournament hungry, and I think he's warmed up now.
All right, absolutely. So let's go talk to the players right now in the post-match interviews, starting with the Manhattan Project.
Koho, opponent's choice for you, spinner's choice for him, former singles teams champion, double belted, all the whole 9, took him to sudden death. It's got to be a moral win walking away with that. At the end, you played a ballsy game. You threw 2 points at the board every time, or almost every time. You threw points at the board just about every time. Were able to catch back up to him and did very well in a category that was assigned to you. So all in all, not the win you wanted, but perhaps a moral win on the inside. How are you feeling?
Definitely a moral win. It feels like I feel like Rocky at the end of Rocky. I don't win shit. I get nothing for it, but I feel really good anyway to myself, just because I know how good Tyler is. To be able to take him that far through, to force a sudden death, especially with the circumstances. And I definitely, there's things I know I need to clean up. There's things that I'm sure like Cody and Scully watched happen, went fix that. Otherwise that's going to be a problem. But like, I feel good that like the stuff I got today wasn't necessarily things that I would tell everyone. I'm like, oh, I'm the best at this ever. And to do good in it makes me feel like at least I'm hanging with the best a little bit. And that's really all I can ask for coming back. I still feel like the old vet coming back, and I know Scully's like ring rust off. And it definitely feels, this match definitely felt like it. It felt like I was kind of back to normal a little bit. The Jacoby match really shook me. So Scully will tell you that match shook me. So coming in, doing as well as I did, of course, there's the point you want to take back. There's the secret of the ooze. I wish I shot 2. I wish I trusted myself. And then I heard the multiple choice, and then I started second guessing, and it's a whole thing that we got to work through. But on the whole, I can't feel bad about losing to Tyler, because Tyler's really good. And I feel really good about how I played. So I'm really jazzed about that. So
absolutely. Scully, thoughts on Koho's performance today?
I mean, moral of the story is, against a greater opponent, shoot 2. Because at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot to lose but the match. There are no moral losses. I mean, losing by 1 or losing by 10 loss is a loss. But you go for it. You feel better than if you kind of just play it safe, because there were definitely opportunities there for us where, shooting for it could be the difference between a loss and a win. But overall, this is the version of Kaleb Koho that won a team's belt 18 months ago, bottom line. And with a little bit more ironing out of the kinks a little bit, who knows what we can win as a team, and who knows what he can do second half of the season as a singles competitor. So his momentum was completely jacked up from round 1 to round 2 to round 3. So getting in more situations like that, this might have been the perfect match for him to sort of get out of the funk he was in. Much like how I felt my round 1 match did that for me as well. So
absolutely. Koho, this does end your run in the tournament. We will see you again post-tournament. Normally I don't tell people this because I don't have it that far planned out, but I'm going to tell you, because I decided a while ago that if you lost today, I already knew who your next opponent would be once the 5-way happened. Koho, it's not going to be till Act 5. You got some time to prep, but I'm real pumped for what feels like 5-6 years in the making. You'll be playing a returning Eli McKay.
Let's go, baby! Let's go! I'm so excited for that match. Eli's good. Eli has always been a good player. So to play him is exciting. To get the trilogy capper is great. But this series definitely feels like if we played it 3 years ago, it's a 3-0 sweep in my favor. And now that we're playing right now, I think we're the most even we've ever been. And this is probably the most exciting version of this match we'll ever get. So bring on Eli. I'm so ready for the 3-peat. And you know what, Eli? If I 3-0 you, don't take it too personally.
Sweet deal. Yeah, no, I write the schedule out, and often things change, so usually I don't tell people, but that's not changing. That will happen. So, no, congrats on a match. Very, very well played. We will see you post-tournament. Tyler, many people, I block a lot of people off. I get DMs all the time, like, hey, put me in a match. Hey, put me in a match. But, with you, I was like, I think there's something about this guy. I think I'll give him a shot. I apologize for the long wait. I felt that many of the former champions, Brittany would have been waiting this long too had she lost to you or lost to Joe at the end of last year. I felt the former champions needed a break, get some new fresh blood in there. But now that the fresh blood, Brittany has put the fresh blood in the water by eating to do a whole John's thing. Put the fresh blood in the water, and now the sharks are circling. I believe you're one of the sharks. You won today. I knew it wasn't going to be easy. You probably knew it wasn't going to be easy because no one can ever underestimate Kaleb Koho. And he took you about as far as anyone can take you, and you still came out on top. Are the nerves gone after not playing for several months? There's got to be some feeling of like, oh God, like, am I rusty? It's really a mental thing. Like, you're not rusty, but you convince yourself that you are, and that's where it all comes from. That's all got to be gone. How are you feeling moving forward in the tournament and with the match today?
I mean, I feel great. And first of all, it's all in good fun. I understand with schedules, but I am really glad to be back. But yeah, no. I mean, I feel great. I only missed one question in that entire match, and like always, it's a scores question, scores and soundtracks. So, staying true to myself. But no, I mean, I felt really good about it. I mean, I played myself by giving Koho creature features and him being surprisingly good, and then robbing myself of getting creature features for round 2 when I got spinners. for the first time in who knows how long. And then yeah, I mean, and then just like with round 3, I mean, it was just like with like my teams one where I was worried because it had been so long, so I didn't want to have to rely on knowledge I haven't looked up on or categories I've always felt that I was weak at. It's literally the exact same way as a teams match. But I mean, this time, like, it's just like, okay, if with Brittany and without Brittany, I'm still hitting them.
Yeah.
I just need to start betting the way I should be betting. So I think going forward in the tournament, I will definitely be a lot more, I'll be bold, and Cody will tell me what to do, and we'll be okay. But yeah, no, I mean, I felt great. This first time I did Sudden Death, and I was really like that Wizarding World one. I changed it at the last second. So that was barely, like, I was lucky. And I mean, Koho just, I know, like, him being the 14th seed, like with Koho, you're like, oh, well, that's not very high. It should be pretty easy. But like, I mean, he's a former team champion. He's played in this league forever. You can only say that he's been out of the game for so long before that's not true anymore. So I took it seriously. And I mean, I think obviously Sudden Death is the closest you can get. So it's the closest match I've ever been a part of. But he really pushed me to my limit, and I could feel it. And I mean, I loved it because I mean, I like competing. So it's like you get to, feel how far you can go. But I had a great match, and I'm really excited about the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, Brittany, thoughts on Tyler's performance? He pulled a U, missed one question. Thoughts on his chances going forward in the match today?
I think he has a really good chance of going far after this match. I mean, if this was you, like Rusty, one question, you killed it. And going forward, where you swept round 3, you now know that you can hit those questions. So when you need to bet, you have the confidence. And I think, honestly, this match was the best thing for you because you got to go all the way through to sudden death and you won. And I think this is really going to help you. So I'm very excited to see what he does going forward.
Absolutely. Well, Tyler, you're going to need to take some of that with you as you move to round 2. You'll be playing your nemesis, perhaps, at this point. The number 6 seed, David Garcia.
Oh, okay.
I think that's last year. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Thoughts on playing David yet again? The last time you played one-on-one, you came out on top. Last time you played and there was a third person in the mix, he came out on top. So thoughts going in?
I mean, I love playing David. I think he's great. Like I said, 1-1. So this one's kind of the tiebreaker. So I'm looking forward to that. I know he said that he's taking it easy. He's not really studying that much or he's working that hard. But David just has that knowledge. Yeah. It's always going to be there. So it doesn't matter. He could tell me that he hasn't watched a Fandom movie all year, and I'd still go in wanting to give him 100% because I just don't trust him. So I think it's going to be a really good match. And hopefully, I mean, there's no hopeful about it. It will be different from last year. Like, I'm going to come out on top. We're going to make this happen.
Sweet deal. Can't wait. Tyler, congrats on the win. We'll see you in round 2.
All right. Fantastic match between Tyler and Kaleb. Very good stuff. So thank you to Kaleb and Tyler. Thank you to Brittany and Scully for managing. Thank you to Nick for writing. I've been Tim. We'll see you guys next time with another great episode of Fandom Fights. Until then, have a great night. Bye.